Shalom, you guys. I have been watching DaDDy1 for like 3 days now straight, like all day almost, because he is really, really, really a good science teacher, metaphysics teacher. And he can wake up brain cells that you didn't know you had. He can give you pieces to the puzzle, big ass pieces. And he can also be a witness for things that you know that no one told you, and you didn't see on TV, you didn't hear in a song. Somehow you just know these things, which in my case is my pineal gland, and I also have entities, which we all do. Is just that the frequencies stop our entities from actually connecting with us, and they connect through our pineal gland. And our pineal gland holds so much information. It holds, for me, my pineal gland holds information for me before the earth ever was. Yes. And the things that my pineal gland have showed me is like I could travel and see movies, or we read these big old books and whatever. And that's my pineal gland. Dr. Valentine also talks about the pineal gland in the video he did, extraterrestrial conference, and he also talks about how our pineal gland has been my daughter knows the name for it too, but crusted. See, my daughter found out this information because her tooth was hurting, so she went to research to see if she could find a home remedy, and she found a whole lot of stuff, and she told me about it. And when she started telling me about it, the minute people started telling me about it, okay, I know when I'm doing some really real shit. Everything I do is real, but I know when I'm doing some real shit, they start fucking with my phone. Then I went to get the camera and tried to make piss on myself because they were pissed off that I had another camera. So I didn't really need to use the phone. So they tried to make me piss on myself. These people are so fucking down. Neanderthal, beast, minded caveman, no, just fuck them. Anyways, back to my pineal gland. Yeah, my pineal gland can wake me up and tell me things, and there was times that I thought I was crazy, really, because I would know certain things. I'm talking about things that, wow, that are beyond learning from this world. And sometimes I would give the information to certain ones of my children, because certain ones of my children, mentally they were different from some of the ones. They could comprehend what I was saying. And they didn't go around saying, oh, she don't have it all, or she's delusional. They didn't say anything like that. They actually comprehended what I say. When I travel, I come back and I tell my children some of the things. However, as I said, Dr. Valentine really helped me to balance the metaphysics in my world, because I didn't actually know it was metaphysics. Never really even heard the word. I was so locked into my own world. I was in this world, but I was not of it at all. I guess that's why they had to hit me in my head and bring me into it. I'm so glad I wasn't into this world. The first 40 years of my life were okay. I mean, well, they did come fuck around with me at just my late 30s. San Diego did, however. San Diego has class, and they did try to make it up. They tried to. They really tried to. And when Florida came in and knocked it down, they tried to get Cali to come in with them. And Cali like, oh no, she's out of here. She doesn't live here anymore. We don't have to look at her walking the street nor her white anymore. We don't have to do any of that anymore. We're not going to get involved, and we're not going to be a part of it. And that's what Cali told Florida. Court system, police, lawyers, whoever tried to get information from California. See, I didn't know that I was a political something. When I went to jail, I was writing guys in prison, and it was one, he wrote me and he said, I didn't know that they held political prisoners in a county jail. And I wrote him back, I said, I'm not a political prisoner. I'm not even political. I thought I wasn't political. And I want to get to this. Hold on a minute. Because I be having interruptions. They be trying to make me forget what I'm talking about. Or they'll take me down another road to talk about something else. Although everything I'm telling you is real, in fact. Now, as I said about Dr. Valentine, he's a very good teacher. And if you are a target, you really should start listening to Dr. Valentine, because he speaks mad knowledge on this mind control, chemtrails, and silent weapons for silent wars. He speaks on all of that. He has a video where he gives information about the first chip in the brain transplant here in America, and that was back in the 1886. I know it's in the 1800s. That was a long time when I watched that video, and the knowledge I get from him, there's no one to share it with, so I don't actually retain a lot of the knowledge like that to be able to say, oh, he was this year, or he said this person, because I don't talk to anyone about what Dr. Valentine talks about, because the people around me are not ready. However, in this one, it's a really, really good video, because it's Dr. Valentine. It's time to know who Barry or Barack really is. Now he goes through a lot, and this is at 24:3 when he begins to say things about Malcolm X being Obama's dad. And as I said, that's not real. So this is a form of proof he is showing. He says that this dude was born Malik Shabazz. Let's get on another page. And he asked the prophet if he can name himself Malik Shabazz, but he could. I guess he was denied. And the name Malcolm in Scots Gaelic means devotee of Saint Columbia. And so he goes in to say, well, didn't Obama go to Columbia, the school he went to, and yet no one knew him? Well, I say his dad is Richard Pryor. And when Divine is saying that his dad is Obama, that his dad is Malcolm X, he knows that Obama is a clone, and he's saying that they got the sperm from Malcolm X to make Obama. I'm not going to deny that 100%, because they do a lot of shit to us when we're dead. They even take our brains out. You know, you're not buried with your brain. That's the first thing they take. And then there is what is his name? Robert Duncan. He talks about how many brains they have hooked up to this machine. You just have to go and read what he's talking about. He can explain it so much better. There's so much shit going on. Let's go to this Columbia thing, and we're going to deal with Richard Pryor really quick. The last years of Richard Pryor, Bright Lights Film Journal. There's Columbia. 1983, Columbia Pictures gave Pryor over $40 million. And here's Columbia. So see, I can hook him to Columbia too. Now, something else I did, I got this from Dallas Goldberg. Dallas Goldberg, he does an ear analysis. He has the little lines and all of that. I would have to go and study all that kind of stuff to actually do it the way he does. So I just go by looks. And here is oBAMa. See, I want you to see how round his ear is, but right there it has a little point. And right here, you see how round his ear is, and right there it has a little point. It might even have a little point right there. And that point will be right here, and it's a possibility I can't see it right here because the way that he is turned. But this is what I want to show you. You see his pointed ears right here? I think oBAMa wears prosthesis for his ears because his ears change a lot. Just Google oBAMa ears. You'll get a lot of stuff, but pay attention to his ears. They change. Just like that scar on his head. There's supposed to be a scar right here. And then sometime it'll be on the other side. And we're going to go into that too. Because I'm not the only one think this way. Other people think this way, so I just put in the search engine what I am thinking. And someone else comes up with the same thought because I'm not the only one that thinks like this. But look at Will Smith's ears. See how they point? And see how they come out in the back. It's like they gave him Will Smith ears. And if these are his ears, is Will Smith his son? Just said, ears kind of match. That's not what I'm saying. I don't give a fuck who daddy either one of them are. I just not gonna go for it being Malcolm X. This be a Malcolm X son. I'm just not gonna go for it. And it has nothing to do with me not wanting to see Malcolm X with pink chicks. Because I know Malcolm X was with pink chicks. I mean, I watched the movie. And if the movie is real, he even had a perm. He was dead. He wasn't born woke. So I don't have a problem with that because that's what Dr. Valentine says. Oh, some of my students have a problem with, this being Malcolm X's son because Malcolm X, they can't fathom Malcolm X being with a pink chick. I don't have no problem with that. Who knows how many of our leaders were with pink chicks before they woke up to something. Now look at Darius now. This is what I want to show you, see? We'll go and check Google Will Smith ears. When Will Smith turned to the side, his ears are pointed. They're always pointed. But oBAMa says not. See, oBAMa is not even a real person, nor is his wife. And his children might not be real either. They're all, and I'm going to show you that too. Now let's go to another one. This one. Now, this is where I went for the ears, and it's kind of hard to find Richard Pryor's ears because, really see it because he has a fro and it kind of covers it. And this ear is Richard Pryor's, but then I thought it maybe this was after he got burned. See his face? So I went and got another picture, but as you can see, that little niche and that little niche. And this is what I want to show you too. Look at both of their ears, see? When he turns to the side, there still is that point. So does that make Will Smith his son? No. And here, he doesn't have that point. Now if you look at the inside and you go through this thing right here, well here's oBAMa's ear. You go through this thing right here. That may stick out like that, but look at the bottom. See how oBAMa's ear comes up and it's flat? This thing, little thing, it stops right there. And then it comes up and it's flat. But Malcolm's, it's not actually like that. See, Malcolm even has a line going across the bottom. Like, that part of his ear has a line. Maybe do not cross or something. You see it? See that line? It doesn't have it. And I found a picture of Richard Pryor. He used to have a show on TV before he got burned. So I went there, and it's really hard finding his pictures. However, I did find this picture. Maybe I should have blown it up. But I did find this picture. And it's a picture of his ear. And I really don't know how it's gonna come out, because when you blow stuff up here, it kind of fucks with the pixels or something. No you don't, boo. No you don't. Now it's a little bit bigger. I'll put it right there anyway. But this is a little bit bigger. That comes from there. Now, I know it looks small. See? I don't see a match there either. Nope. No match. Only thing I can see that him and Richard Pryor have going for their ears is this part right here. That little peck, but anybody can have that. And as I said, Obama doesn't have a dad. Obama is not even real. This one. Now, he also showed pictures of Malcolm X and Obama. And really, a lot of black, so-called black men look like. But I want you to see, I think this is Obama's nose when it got fixed. See how this part goes up? And here, it kind of comes down. Here, you don't see it anymore. See it? Kind of comes down. But there, it kind of goes up. See, that's look like a different down nose too, but his face could be straight, but then he still does have that part that comes down. In this picture, that part is flat. Here, it is not as flat. Here, his nose goes down too. See? His nose goes down. Just as his nose goes down. He has these things on his face right here, and so does Richard Pryor. So I can say that this is Richard Pryor's son, that he has the genes, the DNA of Richard Pryor. And I'll keep saying that, although their ears don't match, because he is not real. And they change his ears often. Now let's get back to something else that feels the same way I feel about him changing his ears. See? Another picture of young Obama with level ears, or slightly lower on the right, and a larger, quite lower right eye, not even in any of the above pictures. That's true. See? But sometimes pictures can make your eyes different, but it will not make your eyes bigger or smaller. Look at this. There's a difference in that picture, and it's a little thing used to be in the comic strips when I was younger, and you had to find the differences. I found the differences. I'm not giving them up, but I found the differences. But this is a really good page. And I'm going to go back up to the top. In her, that's a man. If that's a real person, that is a man. And her eyes, her face, everything changes. I just found this page, but I knew it all the time. That has been photoshopped and airbrushed. She was that pretty. Now here, you will see the difference. Look at that. Her eye, this eye seems to be smaller. But these eyes look different too, within themselves. Look at that picture. And look at this picture. See, the level of her eye is more like maybe an upside down teacup or a half moon. But not here. And let's see some more. Because these people are not real. They just probably make people in factories or something and then throw them in our faces. See that? Look like she has a lazy eye. And right there it is not. But it's more to it than just that. I am so grateful that other people do this. He said I found these 3 sets at different websites about how fashionable she is and etc. But no one noticing or pointing out the facial differences. And you will have the name of this website, and that's supposed to be her when she was a little girl. And then that's her. Whoa. She was never a little girl. She's never was a little girl. It never was a little girl. And this is not her. She wish. This is a real female. Not her. See her eye there? See how it is not small? Like here? And both are small. But look here. And look here. And look here. And damn sure, look here. If this is it, because it's not a he or she. If this is it, it has been photoshopped and airbrushed. Big time. Yeah. See? You could make Obama to be anybody. Anybody. Couple of covert hand signals. Dragon symbol of cosmos. Yeah, there you got Obama down pat. Now this one. See, Obama has a different nose now. His nose is not that broad. His nose is wide. And somebody talks about it. Might have been Dr. Valentine, not for sure, because I did watch a lot of stuff at one time. Now, they can say that this is Obama at a younger age, but they know how to take this picture and take it back into a younger age or move it up to old age and tell you what you used to look like or what you will look like. See, these are some cunning motherfuckers. And here's Obama, and see, this is what I was telling people. Every time I see Obama, his color changes. However, I actually thought maybe it's the cameras. But here, he has a mole or a bump. Maybe it could have been a bull, who knows? Where did it go? Where did it go? And wait till we get to his head. I didn't do this. I just found this page this morning. Because I know that other people think the same way I do. Now see that scar right here on that side? See it? See it? Now it's on this side. See? See it? Now it's on this side. And it's different. It is actually different. Now it's on this side. Now it's on the other side. Now let's go back to the pictures I have. Where's the damn scar? Where is it? See, it comes and goes. Because these are androids. These are robots. And there is I think it's the Outer Limits, something like that. One of those. They have this little series, and these people are using robots or whatever, and then all of a sudden they snatch. I'll come back with that because it's 22 minutes. I'll be back. Shit talker. Be right back.